Joining me now in a First on CNBC interview is Tim Hockey, who is the president and CEO of TD Ameritrade. First of all, welcome. You said it was a great quarter in terms of the volumes and everything. Why do you think the market's taken it this way?
I think there was a few things. It was a great quarter. It was a very nice organic beat. We had a fantastic Scottrade integration that happened in February. But I think the market was looking for a couple things. They would like us to affirm a return of a capital plan now that we've got the integration done, and we've deferred that by a quarter, number one. And number two, we made some statements about some investments we're going to make because revenues have been so strong in growing the business. And I think post-integration, the analyst community in particular would like to say, hey, did you get all your synergies and can we have them, please?
Right. And so you're basically saying we have our eye on the long term, so we're investing for the long term, we're waiting on the capital return, and your feeling is they want it now.
I think so. And we were a little conservative in our forward-looking view because we're only halfway through the year. But if you look at both the rate and the trade environment, we tend to be a little bit on the conservative side, and I think the analyst community would tend to look more at the forwards and the current rates that we're seeing in terms of trading.
And by the way, I mean, maybe you can explain a little bit. This is a weird question. Do you know that the year is looking better than it is? You're just being conservative? Because when we hear everybody from Caterpillar to three, when all of the guidance seems so cautious, it's trying to read, are these CEOs just being super careful, or do they really believe this?
I think it's a portion of being super careful. I mean, I always try to run the business so that you are not betting on lots of tailwinds, but rather you can continue to do well even in times when they're a little bit more moderate. We've had a lot of tailwinds over the last little while. They might continue, but it's best not to run your business that way.
So what about volume? Now we're down more than 500 points on the Dow. We had a bunch of days like this recently with you guys. What was your best month, and how do you think a day like this stacks up?
Well, we had a spectacular quarter. We did something north of 940,000 trades for the quarter. In fact, in February alone, we did 1 million trades average per month.
And that's when we had some of those big 1,000-point decline days.
Yeah, well, the way to think about it is in all of last year, I think you guys would know this better than I, we had, 10 days of more than 1% move for all of 2017, and yet in the first quarter we had 34.
Wow.
So that drives trading activity. It was very active, and we're seeing a little less so now, but the first quarter was spectacular.
So a day like this where it's a 1% move for you guys, this likely means,
we'll
another
be
active
over
one.
I think our average this quarter is now running at the sort of 780 level, but let me put that in perspective. This time last year, before the Scottrade deal, we would have done about half that number, about 500,000. So running at 1 million level, today we'll probably do somewhere between 850 and 9, something like that, given this type of activity.
All right, Tim, thank you very much.
Great to see you.
Always good to get your perspective. Tim Hockey from TD Ameritrade.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.